telling you, dude. I'm fucking telling you. Don't answer. I will not be heartbroken. I just want to hear. I just need. Look, Anthony, if you don't answer, I will not be heartbroken. I just want to hear. I just need to hear you hear this. I'm sure you're busy living your best life in that wonderful fucking land of yours. But I am telling you, dude. I am fucking telling you. It is absolutely insane how much he lies. Hold on. Let me see. Dick pic, not my dick. There you go. Let's see if he answers, ladies and gentlemen. If he does, I just want to hear his reaction. This will only take a minute. Let's see if he never answers the phone. Dude, I know you have to hear this. You can't make it up. Okay. So he said I called him drunk, right?
Right.
Okay. So he says I called him drunk. And this is just, so then suddenly a week later, he goes, no, I called Gino and he was drunk. And then people are like, well, why'd you call him? And the next iteration is, well, I needed a booker's number in Florida. Chad, who says I'm not funny and lives in Florida, unlike me, where I don't work, called me. So then once I say I've got a phone bill and, with the receipt, which I showed, I'm sure Chad goes, well, that's why he changed it to I called Gino. And then when somebody said, incoming calls are on there too, you know what he said? He goes, Gino called me with Keanu's phone. Anthony, I'm not done. Anthony, shut up. I'm not done. So, Anthony.
Why would you do that?
Anthony, it makes sense. So, wait. So, someone must have asked him that. And look, I'm going to show the super chat and the thing. Can you admit so someone must have asked why? And look at this guy. Chad said he saved Keanu's number under mine because he thought it was my house number, and I borrowed his phone to call her once. He lies like a 5-year-old. What?
This is the most important phone exchange since Watson, come quick, I need you.
I'm sorry. It was, me. I apologize. I don't apologize for the mistakes you made being my friend. But you just have to hear it out loud, Anthony. Out loud. All right, buddy.
He's so stupid. He's such a liar. Like, I don't know how anyone goes, well, that must be the truth, but that must be a lie. Every thing that comes out of Zumach's mouth is a lie. Take it as an absolute. It will always be a winner.
Yeah. And it's not just that he lies. His lies are so bad and stupid.
Yeah, they're terrible.
They're insulting. And you know what he does? And then I'll let you go, and you're the best. Hope you're up for a great weekend. For me. Hey, Anthony, I'm not saying I'm a genius.
You don't know I'm saying you're a genius.
But you know what he does? He after he lies, he tells a different lie, and he goes, obviously they'll believe that because the other one was a lie.
Yeah.
And it's a dumber lie.
Some people like you and I are considered, it's what they call bullshit artists.
Sure.
Chat, he's not even a bullshit paint by numbers. He is so fucking bad at bullshitting. And people that are the worst at it seem to be the people that want to do it the most.
Yeah.
If you're not good at lying, if everyone knows every word out of your mouth is a lie, stop lying. You're terrible at it. He's terrible at, by the way, everything he tries to do. So anyway, my good buddy, I'm coming up there, I think in mid-July. And again, we will get together and hang.
If we're both happen to be not lazy, we will go drink at a bar, my friend.
Exactly.
All right, you're the best. Kiss Missy for you. Love you, buddy.
Love you, buddy.
Late. I had to hear him laugh. It's insane. So there you go. Much better. All right. Goodbye, me. All right. Look, before I bring on the guest, sorry I put you through that. I had to play that today because it's so funny, and we're not going to dabble, but we are going to tie people like Chad into another gentleman, and I can't wait to tell this to Jim. I've been talking about it all week. Max Loads is busy being a great dude. He tried so desperately to be here. he could not make it. I thought it was a little odd that he could not make it because he's been really hard to pin down since he worked with Jim Satala, everyone.
How's it going? How's it going?
What a fucking show that was. So I
Good
called
time.
him, and because I thought of you first, and I texted and you said you'd do it. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, buddy.
Oh,
How are you?
always glad to help out, man. I thought that was live. I'm like, come on, bring me on. This is the closest I could be to being on a show with Anthony.
Oh, sorry, that was just a call.
I
Like
know.
the reason, and that's all. I'm going to give you a little overview on it, and then we'll lead into how my
The only overview is Chad's a liar, and that's all you need to know.
It's not just that he's a liar, and it reminds me of Democrats. It really does, because it's not just that they lie or say something stupid. They insult your intelligence, Jim, with how stupid they think you are to believe what they're saying. Does that seem like a fair parallel?
Well, to be fair, I am pretty stupid.
Yeah, I am too, which is why it's even more insulting when I'm like, they think I'm really stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you go and look up if you like Google me on whatever Grok or whatever, it'll tell you I'm part of the Dabbleverse somehow because I've gone on a couple shows and I'm like, how am I a part of the Dabbleverse?
You are. You have, like, it's a thing. I said it I said I was wrong. I said the Dabbleverse isn't real, blah, blah, blah. It's been in Page 6 New York as many times as me and my wife have. It's gotten the press. Of course, it was after Anthony put it in there when he fucking gave that guy a little shot to the face. So that was kind of funny to me. But that's the thing. It's like Chad's lie it reminds me of I'm talking to a guy in a bar this week, right? And then we'll talk about what's going on this week. Because of course, I'm just going to do what I do with Max. I'm going to bring up topics. If you don't first, I'm going to give you my thoughts, and then I'm going to let you tell the people exactly. And of course, they're going to make big mule jokes about you, Jim, because you're filling in for Pete.
I'm not Pete. I'm not Pete. You know.
Could there ever be another? He tried to do the show, but he had a lot going on. So I'm at the bar. I'm at a bar. Shocking. On whatever.
So it was a Tuesday.
It was a Tuesday, and some guy. And it wasn't me, despite the fact that my wife doesn't believe me. But here's another way I'm wrong, because I say the things you see on social media, they have to be bots. They have to be fucking with us. Nobody could be this fucking stupid. You know what I mean?
Did you see that report?
And it's like, I want to live one day in their fucking news feed. By the way, let me put Jim in the place of power because that's what I belong. I said I want to live one day in their fucking news feed to see where they're getting this fucking information. Well, we're at a bar, and some guy I'm talking to, and he's an older dude, he's an actor. He must have had work done. He looked amazing. But somebody brings up, I don't know what the guy brought up, but the word Sleepy Joe came up, right? And he goes, Sleepy Joe. He goes, what about Drowsy Don? He sleeps all the time. And I'm like, when? When does he sleep? Where did you see this? He's sleeping all the time. I'm like, are you watching the same videos I see of a guy that's leaned against the fucking doorway of Air Force One at 2 a.m, just answering questions? No. And then it moves on, and he goes, what has your Trump done? What has your president done that he, promised to do? And I'm like, close down the border, drill, baby, drill. He invaded Iran. Oh, yeah, I thought it was a never war. I said the past 7 Democratic leaders wanted to invade Iran. They just didn't. Only gas prices went up even more under Biden. And the last thing I said was he made America healthy again. And then we went down the center of the corn maze, of course, how vaccines saved millions of lives. But he's literally saying everything you see from bots and idiots on Instagram. So that's really going on out there. How are people allowed to get away with being this stupid?
I don't know, because we got rid of the whole thing where we used to have to take a literacy test for people to vote. That pesky thing called the Civil Rights Act and all that stuff, where you no longer make them take a test to let them vote. So that's where we're at. Yeah,
well, I mean, they should not be allowed to vote. Speaking of, and then we'll lead in, speaking of which, am I crazy, Jim, when I see that California, the election should be between Pratt. We're talking about the mayor, not the
mayor's race, yeah.
The election should be between Pratt and God forgive me, Bass. But am I hearing there are so many fucking mail-in ballots coming in? By that I mean cheating. That they think that whatever her name is, Rashawn, Alibaba might move into second. And if they do, how are you going to tell me that's not home cooking? Come on.
Well, it is home cooking. They have video. I saw videos of them where they're showing people stuffing ballot boxes, right? Like today, they're still stuffing the boxes and they're letting them do it. They're like people walking up with stacks of ballots, just sticking them in. It's on X.
Where did you see that?
It's on X. I saw it. Someone stuffing the ballot box. And like they're actually trying to claim like they did these dumps of ballots. The same shit they did with in 2020 with Trump. They had a ballot drop in the middle of the night where Pratt got 0 votes out of like 60,000 ballots. They're like, that's statistically impossible. This guy has been getting 32% of the vote all around everywhere. And also you're going to drop that. That can't happen. So, who knows?
Now I want to see, like, what is I don't do poly market. Well,
the poly market. You can't. The poly market stuff can be it could be manipulated because it's all about who's putting the money where. So somebody rich like that Reid Hoffman or some of these other billionaires could just come and dump money in and swing the market a completely different direction just to make people feel like, oh, this is what's supposed to be happening. I mean, because these markets are not carrying a lot of money. You're talking about like a couple $1 million is all that's in there.
Right. I'm not even worried about the money. I'm just looking like this is disturbing because if you look at Kalshi, before, whenever I checked, it said, well, it's Karen Bass has like 50%. Pratt has 30%, and Ramen was gone. Look at this, Jim.
I think it's jumped to like 60% for Ramen now, right?
It's 62% for Karen Bass right now. And it's fucking 30% for Ramen, who is so terrible. And Pratt's at 7.4%.
Yeah. I don't know, man. And I know that the Trump administration sent somebody there to go and it's like to see what the hell's going on. And basically the attorney general who's running for governor has his people there blocking them from seeing what's happening. Like, you can't go in there. You're not allowed. It's like, what do you mean you're not allowed to go in and see what's happening? What? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
So they're literally doing the same fucking playbook that they did in the, I'll say the 2020 election or the 2024 New Jersey election, or was it last year, 2025? Whatever year it was, they did the same fucking thing. And they're like, the votes are coming in. It is literally Wednesday,
They did it
Thursday,
in 2024.
Friday,
They did it in 2024
later.
too, Gino. I mean, they did it in 2024 too. Trump had too much of a lead. They couldn't make it up.
Yeah, too big to rig. Oh, I agree with that. So,
but they did steal 4 Senate seats. They stole 4 fucking Senate seats. It was the same shit. And they just back. There should have been a Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona, and Nevada. There was Republicans winning. And it was like, oh, they won. And then all of a sudden, it was like in the middle of the night. Nope, no, not anymore. They lost. And they did the same thing. Jump. You can see it. It's the same shit.
And it's the common sense. It's like, Max Loads explained the phrase and I make down ballot. It's like Donald Trump wins Arizona. He wins it. And then it's like, but you get to Kerry Lake, you're like, nah, I'm going to go Democrat now. It is so obvious. And maybe that's why you get people, I'll say like Chad again, so it looks like I had preparation with my open video and a point for it other than to gloat. And people like you see in the bar, because why wouldn't you? People believe it. People are that fucking stupid. Say hi, Uncle Jim. Look at Six. Say hi.
Hey, Six, how you doing?
Say hi.
My kitty's sleeping under the bed right now.
Yeah. So maybe that's why they can get away with it, because no one's questioning this. No one's saying like, oh, how are the votes suddenly swaying? Because all the mail-in ballots right now, according to this, I will show you, it says, of course, Karen Bass is advancing. Well, this is reassuring. Spencer Pratt still 6% behind her, and Ramen 23% in. I mean, doesn't it say a lot about the fucking city and state when it is 72 hours later and they're barely they're not even 3/4 of the way through the votes?
It's insanity. I mean, the way after the 2000 election where the hanging Chad, which was all bullshit to begin with, and I wish they'd start hanging more Chads. But anyway, besides that, especially in Florida. But anyway, but they fixed Florida's elections. Like, we know, like I send my ballot off. I could go online. I could track it. Okay, it was received. This is that. It was counted. It was tabulated. And then they're all done ahead of time. And then on election day, as soon as the polls close, boop, the results are there. And
Yeah.
that's it. I mean, it's done. You can't, I mean, it's everything is trackable. Everything, there's barcodes on all the envelopes. Like they match the signatures. Like I've gotten a call because I was a little tipsy when I signed the one ballot. And, hey, your signature doesn't really look like, can you come in? And I was like, yep, I went in and fixed it. But they actually check now and they do it. So Florida, like why the rest of the country cannot just do what Florida does, I don't understand.
Yeah. One vote, one vote, one ballot, one vote, one ballot, one person. And it's done that night. Like we did it when we did that election coverage at Compound in 2016. Yeah. Trump won. It was amazing. We celebrated that night. And then in 2020, that was legendary. And I don't mean the good way. It's like that was when they normalized it. And I remember lying in that bed, waking up every day, every day and watching, those numbers at night creep in and switch. And then I remember waking up that Friday of that week and horns beeping and everything. And, it was like, you killed him, you damn dirty apes. That's when I knew. I'm like, Biden won. They gave it to Biden. It was, and the fact that no one questions it when it's going on in LA, when people are burning down, when no one cared about the houses burning down. And I'm looking at the articles you just sent about
that was because you were talking about the bots. That's an actual this is actual evidence. Cloudflare, one of the largest companies that handles cloud services, is now saying bots have replaced humans on the internet.
Cloudflare CEO says bot internet traffic. Where'd it go? Why isn't it there? There it is. Sorry, buddy. Cloudflare CEO says bot internet traffic has overtaken humans. Well, that happened fast as I predicted. That's what Cloudflare Prince had to say. His company released data finding that there's more traffic from bots than human on the internet. Thought it'd be the end of next year, then early next year, but agentic traffic is growing so fast that bots have now passed human traffic. So what does that mean, Jim? It means odds are we're talking to a fucking nobody.
The people, like a lot of the stuff on Twitter you see, it's a bot. It's automated stuff, automatically posting. They're automatically responding. And you could identify it usually because you'll see, like, if you see the same exact thing posted by like 20 different accounts, they're all being controlled by a bot. Now, some of it is like people, they know this, people like prominent people on the left, and they might even do it on the right. I'm not excusing anybody for doing it, but they turn their accounts over to these people to run it basically, and they'll just post stuff, for them. Like they think to get the message out, to amplify the message, they get paid to put it out there. So, and it's done in computing. Then you got like basically a ton of stuff with just stuff coming out of India and other places. The CCP is driving a bunch of it. So yeah, 57% bot, 42% human. Wow.
So it's not even close now.
Yeah. It's almost 60-40 bots.
Yeah, I mean, I understand, but it just seems like, so it's cholesterol is what it is. It's just a shit ton of cholesterol. And the only thing you should be doing, that's presumptuous of me. The only thing that makes sense to me to do on X is literally go there for like news stories or things of interest, sports stuff, because the only thing, it amazes me that people still like troll on there. And it's like, why? What normal person wakes up? Like there's some guy that I'm fighting with in Scotland. He has 2 followers and he can't be a bot, because why would a bot go out of his way to make fun of a picture of me and my cat having coffee in the morning?
No, you can usually tell the bots because the way that they respond to stuff is like, it's robotic. It's not like they can't parse nuance. They can't parse nuance. They can't parse sarcasm at all. So it's pretty easy to spot. But I mean, it's the majority of Twitter is bots. It is.
Well, I believe that, I guess, but what are they doing there? So it's just
money,
just
money,
swaying.
No, it's money.
Separating.
It's money. Twitter pays out, and if you can get some of these accounts that are getting these huge views, I mean,
you're fine, Claude. Love you, buddy. Go on.
Hey, that's the Looney Tunes guy. Why do I know that?
By the way, is that Joey Catalano? Is he really running for president?
No, that's the Looney Tunes guy. He's like called Looney Tunes critic, and I guess from the lore, like I don't know, man. I'm on.
The Dabbleverse guys.
Yes, So this guy was working
Thank
for
you, bud.
Shuli or something, and then he did something like he either made comments or was creepy with some girl, and we still don't know who the girl was. That I don't know, and it's been like speculated it was maybe Lucy Tightbox or maybe Kate Meany or somebody. He creeped out, and then so he basically got excommunicated and he was gone, and then he came back and he did a video basically admitting that he was a creep, and like it's very weird. He did this whole like oh man, it's a weird video. It's wild.
What?
Oh yeah, he's called like Looney Tunes critic or something. I don't know. Like,
and by the way, I don't think Jesse James is kidding. Almost all my followers are AI created cam girls. Like I was watching some some story, some bot sent it. I don't know, Jim. And like there's like a dude in his basement that looks like me, maybe even less attractive. And he literally is just he's got the AI and he creates a girl and he does the movement for her. And people has tens of thousands, maybe more followers. Probably has an OnlyFans. Like these are AI generated fucking cam girls.
There was one that they found out was like the most it was like they were saying it was one of the most popular girls on Instagram or something. It was completely AI, like it was not real, posting photos and videos and stuff, and it was all just AI generated. Like it was like this was a while ago.
Popular Instagram girls is AI. Let's see what comes up. It is completely true. I guess I'm using Gemini when I type into my Google now. It is completely true. The rise of highly realistic AI-generated virtual influencers completely transformed. Is it Lou Dumagalo?
I don't know. It was like it looked like a pretty girl, but it was like it wasn't real. So, but I guess I don't know. I mean, is that what people really want? If you just like, I guess some people would be okay with it being as long as it just convinced them in their head there was somebody to talk to. And so there's going to be people having relationships with non-existent robots. Basically, it'll be like, what was that movie, Her, where he was in a relationship with his phone? I mean, that's what we're going to have.
That's a dig at Pete. I wish he was here for that. But look at this. Top 12 AI influencers on Instagram. Who to follow and why? What?
Yeah, why would you follow any of them?
I don't know any of these. There's one I think I've heard of Milia Sophia. She pretends to be a tennis player. I think I've heard of her. Open. Yeah, that's her. Like she was the one that was playing tennis. This is all fake. This is all, oh, sorry, wrong screen. This is all fake. It's unbelievable. She's singing.
I mean, here,
that looks fake, right?
That's not, I don't like AI used for this. I'll drop a link in the private chat for you for what I think AI should be used for.
Those all look like fucking Star Trek names. They do. Yeah, chilling. But yeah, there you go. Let's see what Jim says. Here we go. Take a look at this.
This guy is DFF Dumbfuck Finder on Twitter. He is so good. You're not sharing any sound whatsoever. No sound, Gino. No sound. Can he not hear me? Is it me?
She's an idiot.
All right. I'm not hearing anything.
Really? I don't have sound?
I don't know. I'm not hearing anything.
Talk to them, Jim. I lose screen share audio.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Jim, and I'm here to tell you the news. No, I'm just here helping out a buddy, Gino. No sound. Okay. I didn't think there was sound. You hear Jim. All right. That's what I thought.
Does that happen to you, Jim? Like I lose screen share audio all the time.
There's been something going on. There's been something going on with StreamYard. Go in and make sure your settings, like you got to make sure, like for whatever reason, Windows and StreamYard will start fighting with each other to control shit. Windows does it all the time. Windows will turn your mic down for no reason. People are like, you're quiet. I go, what? And I go, look, why did Windows turn my mic down? Why? Where do you get off doing this? I don't understand. It's a computer. It shouldn't do shit on its own.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know what to do with it. General settings? No idea. Don't care. Just is.
Anyway, but yeah, that guy. I check his stuff out.
So wait, what is this? Like, who made this?
This is the guy DFF.
Fuck Cali.
Now their sound.
Fuck Cali, man, I'm out this
I mean,
bitch.
this is what
Gas
fucking
too
our
high,
boy,
can't afford this shit. Fuck Cali, man, I'm out this
that's been
state.
using.
Everybody mad and they
Like,
always
there was a clip of
man, I'm out this town. Rent go up every time I turn
Dave
around.
Rubin
Fuck
talking to
Cali,
somebody,
I'm sick of these
and they're like,
politicians
they're talking like,
corrupt, man,
yeah,
they
he's just
ain't
using
all
AI.
the same.
He's using AI. Get his message across. Like,
Yeah.
somebody said it perfectly about this dizzy bitch. I listened to the Drinking Bros podcast. I love it. And the chick said, she goes, look, if you don't get how little Karen Bass cares, look at how this bitch carries herself. She's got the same awful hairdo. She might have one, maybe two suits. Am I wrong, Jim? Like,
no, she is a, like, people, like, most people don't know. I don't know if they didn't look into it. She is a Marxist trained in Cuba. She was part of that group that bombed the fucking Capitol in the 80s. Like, she is not like a liberal at all or anything. She is a communist.
Yeah, I believe whatchamacallit, Spencer Pratt, who took political science, said that in an interview, like, you're a reality star. He's like, no, I was a reality star. It's like, I'm a grown man now. It's like, when I was that age, he goes, what do you think Karen Bass was doing when she was that age? She was in Cuba making bombs. It's how do they wind up here? And this is why LA is so, it's dead. LA is not, if he doesn't win, because, his slogan is LA is worth saving. LA is not worth saving. I mean,
I feel bad
they
for
let
those
them
people
burn
because-
their homes down. And all these somebody said it perfectly. Why is it Hollywood stars, actors, entertainers, why do they think that it's fucking Dan Holloway from the Drink Bros, like, the fact that they think anyone values their political opinions when they and athletes, these are people that, thanks to this amazing country, because of their genetics, because of a little bit of luck, because of, you can call it hard work, but they literally have generational wealth. And now they're going to tell us how to listen to people that they've never had to deal with in their life. And they're just part of the fucking problem. And they think we're so we're going to be like, well, I don't mean to brag, Jim, before you say anything, Magic Johnson is supporting Karen Bass. I mean, all that does is make me hate the fucking Lakers even more.
I don't know. Celebrity endorsements do not mean anything anymore. Not so much that they ever did, because everybody knows that they're just idiots. I mean, their whole point is that most of them don't have a mind of their own. If you actually talk to them, they can't relay anything. They're just repeating shit someone else told them. They can't think. You got a few people, you get like James Woods, who actually is like very intelligent, and that's probably, I don't know, and a few other people that just, they think and they can actually spell it out. And those people generally end up being on the right because they can think for themselves.
Yeah, well, these people were, and we're talking about stars that, like, these elites that were never taught to think for themselves. Like Cunha says it about, like, guys like, he's like Robert De Niro. These actors, they're empty. What's his name? Fucking the guy that played the Hulk. Fucking, they're empty
Ruffalo, yeah.
Empty vessels that know how to talk when they're told exactly what to say. That's all you need to know. Same thing with athletes. They spent their entire life practicing and listening to their coaches, and good for them, but they spent their entire life listening to what other people tell them to do, because they know those people are telling them what to do to make them good at something. So then when a politician tells them what to do, why, in their defense, why would they think otherwise? Why would they be like, why? Because when a coach tells them how to fucking, post up or run a play, he's not going to be like, well, why should I listen to you? You know what I mean? Same thing.
Like people say, Gino, that politics is
something one way. I guess I'll listen to you. They don't think to question, right?
Yeah. Politics is like Hollywood for people who couldn't hack it, like ugly people's politics. It's ugly. People too ugly to be in Hollywood went into politics or whatever. But I say it's the people that couldn't, just think how bad politicians lie. The people in Hollywood lie better because they do it convincingly on screen to make you think they're someone else.
Yeah, they do it for a living, and that's their job. So they know their life, quote unquote, depends on it.
I just don't, I don't know,
just like the army. Ooh, did you see this? Did you see the shit that's going on now in the UK where the guy fucking murdered someone?
Oh, yeah, the Indian guy that then they try to basically say that it was racism. Because they know in England, if you call and say anything, someone said something racist, that's the most serious crime is racism.
Yeah,
so they said he was a racist attack or whatever. And the guy, I saw the whole thing, and there's videos of the guy like that beforehand, like in another incident where he jumped out of his car with a sword chasing somebody.
What? I didn't hear that.
Oh yeah, I'll get it for you. Hold on. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
dude, this is how far. Like, I'm curious what you think could happen from this, because what I said was, and then we'll get to Carmelo Anthony, and I don't mean the former Knick, and God bless the Knicks, they're making this city come alive.
There's the clip.
Like, this is, if you always hear, like, and we'll go back all the way to George Floyd, that fucking murderer, that fucking felon. Like they would say, if the roles were reversed, what would go on? Well, the roles are precisely reversed, because if you saw the body cam footage of this kid that was stabbed 5 times by this sheik, 5 times, and his brother called the police.
They all should be in jail. They
should all be in jail.
Because they all lied. The mother hid the knife, washed it off. They all lied and concocted this whole thing to protect this guy. And say, oh yeah, racist attack. But like, it's worse because like they got like he stole the kid's phone off him. I guess the kid was walking home and was on his phone, or maybe the kid was videotaping something. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe the kid was videotaping the guy because he had a knife carrying, the sword, going like, look at this fucking shit. This guy's walking around with a knife or something. And the guy attacked him. I don't know. But the guy stole his phone, and on the phone, and then like the cops, after everything happened, the cops went to the victim's house, the kid who died's house. They confiscated everything, all their electronic devices, trying to find anything that would prove that someone was racist. That way they can say, see, it's proof he's a racist. They found nothing, not a single shit post online. No, I mean, fuck, Gino, can you imagine if they came and searched all your shit? They wouldn't be able to call you a racist somehow? Anyone we know, they wouldn't find some off-color remark. They found not a fucking thing on this family shit. That's why they have no choice to admit it, that this was a complete lie.
Well, I mean, and oh my God, thank you for sending this. Take a look at this. Thank you. Oh God, hold on. Talk to him, Jim, because I think I lost sound. Tell them, set up the video.
I can hear you. I can hear you. Right. This is a video of the guy, the killer. Digwa is his name. This happened like maybe 6 months to a year before the stabbing incident. There was some kind of an accident on the road or road rage incidents, and this guy jumped out of his car with a fucking sword and starts threatening people. And he's wearing like a blue dress, and it's just creepy looking. And the other thing too with these people that you got to know about is that from everything I'm reading, they are not like, this is all an act. These people were not this religious with these. They're only doing this because they know there's a loophole in the law that says they can carry ceremonial blades. This is not like a real thing. It's just like, oh, they'll let us get away with this, so we'll do it.
Come on.
He's got a sword in his hand.
Recording him. Come on, man. Please.
The guy in the blue dress is the guy that stabbed him.
Yeah.
No knife.
And the other guy's his brother that lied about it. The brother knows he's a crazy fuck.
Yeah, he's like the right there, right? He's the guy
That's the brother.
Him away. He's like, get back in a fucking car. And you said it, Jim. They're like, what the cops did was so egregious. And this is what I'm talking about. If the roles were reversed, because they were so perfectly reversed, you would think this was AI. Did you see what that poor white kid was saying while he was being handcuffed and bleeding out?
Yeah. I've been stabbed. And the cop goes, no, you haven't, mate. No,
yeah,
you haven't,
he didn't.
mate.
No, but he also said, I'm not making this up. He said, I can't breathe. Hand to God, Jim.
Yeah. Well, he said he can't breathe. He said, I've been stabbed like 8 or 9 times. But like, it's Gino. They hasn't been really widely reported, but the judge said to this guy during sentencing, like, no, listen, dude, you videotaped yourself taunting him as he was dying. Like for like 10 minutes before they called the cops. And here's the thing. A neighbor called the cops first, like that heard everything. And the guy screaming that he's been stabbed and said a guy's been stabbed. They didn't send the police out for the stabbing. It wasn't until the Indian called saying that was a racist attack that they deployed the cops.
What?
Yeah. This guy was laying there bleeding for over 30 minutes before the cops showed up.
And this is how you watch a country fall apart. And of course, the cops did everything they could to hide it. And then Elon Musk gets a hold of it 6 months later, puts it on Twitter. And Starmer, I'd love to know your thoughts on him, because Starmer literally says that's, we don't give into I got to find the clip. We don't give into the propaganda of the internet and everything. He's
bullshit. They fucking kneeled for George Floyd. They kneeled for George Floyd.
Blaming fucking Elon Musk for what happened, basically. It's like, well, they shouldn't be talking about this. Are you nuts?
But there was a case just recently in the U.S. Like I never heard about it or nothing, but I just heard about it because the guy was found not guilty. An Asian store owner in South Carolina, over by Ant, some black kid comes in the store with a gun, steals shit, runs out. The son chases him, like a younger, whatever. And I guess the store gets robbed all the time. It's a store, probably obviously not very a good neighborhood or whatever.
Sure.
Ant might want to move. I don't know, but so. And the guy pulls a gun and points it at the son. The dad shoots the guy. And because he was shot in the back, they're like, well, they arrested him. He was in jail for 3 years with no bond. The Asian store owner, they had to sell their gas station, all this shit. And basically it's like, no, the son goes, no, he pointed a gun at me. My dad had no choice but to shoot him. And it's like, but the prosecution goes, well, so what? It was worth his life for 4 bottles of water or whatever it was he stole. They're like, no, he pointed a gun. It's crazy.
And that's what we're seeing. Not we're seeing. Have you been following, first day of the trial was yesterday, the Carmelo Anthony thing?
Oh, yeah.
And basically, he's fucked. He needs to, and by the way,
he should have pled it out. I don't know what they're thinking. Like, they're hoping that it's going to be they hope they could get a black dude on the jury that was going to hang it or do something. And because of the way they answered the questions, from what I understand, they said that, like, one of the guys said, well, I can't put a brother in jail. It's like, well, I guess you can't be on this fucking jury then.
But watch, and I'll tie it into Democrats and Chad again. The more, the thing about Chad is, and it's entertaining, the way he changes his lie, you saw in the thing, it's entertaining to us because we're sane people that were raised right, that take accountability for our actions. And every lie gets dumber and dumber. Same thing. The more you let these people get away with it, do you understand, like the George Floyd thing and all the shit that goes on in the UK, it lets them think they can get away with anything. And the thing about fucking this Sheik guy is 6 months after all that went on, he's been sentenced to life in jail. So but
life in jail in England's only 21 years.
Okay, but he got a life sentence. He got the biggest thing you can get. Do you understand? I've never heard of anything like that anywhere, where the cops fucked up the arrest, but they fucked up the arrest. They didn't know what was going on. He murdered someone. It's so cut and dried that he's going to jail for the rest of his life, all 21 years, whatever. That's how badly the cops didn't do their job. And there's no other way to look at it than they didn't want to be considered Islamophobes. But you should be terrified of fucks like this that walk around in a dress with a sword. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. And that's the reason this is blowing up the way it is, because this has been going on and people are aware of it. You remember the girl there was a little girl that said something, get away from me, pulled a knife to get away from the immigrants were trying to grab her sister, and they were calling her like, oh God, this was like 6 to 8 months ago. It was all over the place. It was like a little girl, like a 14, 13-year-old girl. And they went after the girl and they're like, the guys are harassing my sister, going after her. It was like, the fuck, man, what was her name? They were calling her like the Swedish, or not Swedish, I'm sorry, like Scottish, Joan of Arc or something like that, because the way she was, like, there was all types of memes of her saying, get away from my sister. And yeah, but it happens all the time in England. That's immediate thing, is someone will just, to get away with stuff, to get away with stuff, they just go racism. We have the same thing here. Anytime there's a problem, anytime there's an issue somewhere where, there's a blow up at a Chick-fil-A or at, Popeyes, it's always, racism. It's clearly racism, everything. Oh, you stopped me, only stopped me, because I'm black. Like, there was just a case of a cop in New York, all right, pulled somebody over, asked for the ID. The guy refused to do it. I believe it was a New York State trooper. Just got sentenced to jail because the guy took off in the car. All right. The cop chased him. pitted him or something. The car rolled over, and the guy's 11 or 14-year-old daughter was in the car, got ejected, and died. And so they charged the cop with the girl's murder, not the guy that took off running. It's insane. It's insane.
And the more they get away with it, the more
they do it.
Which takes me to the Carmelo Anthony thing, where he literally went. If you don't know the story, I'm sure you do. It's attract me in Texas, right? And there's a tent, and he goes into the opposing team's tent, and they ask him to leave, and he says no, and he goes, you got to leave, and he's like, you put your hands on me, see what happens, and he does, and he stabs him. But here's the problem: he thinks he's going to be like, I felt threatened, and I'm black. And the problem is they videotaped it. And we have such good cameras now, no matter how dark your skin is, it even picks up purple, you fucking animal. And I'm sorry. And they literally thought they'd be like, well, he was terrified for his life, surrounded by white guys. And they're like, and they literally said, that's not what the videotape shows. And
no, one of the guys standing next to him was a black guy who was friends with the guy who got killed. And he's not happy about it because he's like, I played football with that guy for 4 years. He's not racist. None of this is true. He told you to leave. You said something like, you basically said, reach to his bag. Like, don't you do this. He's like, you ain't got nothing in your bag. This is Frisco. And so he goes like this, and he pushed him. He's like, and he didn't even push him hard. He just put his hand on him like this. And the guy took the knife and stabbed him. It's like, and that's the kid's stories. He touched me, so I stabbed him. It's like, oh, okay. Is that how it works? Yeah. Because if that's how it goes, there's going to be a lot of people getting killed.
This kid needs to go to jail for the rest of his life, and it needs to send a message to people that we're done. We're done. And don't get me wrong. I've said this. I think 99% of black people look at this and be like, that kid better fucking go to jail. Because there are so many hardworking blacks and people. I'm kidding. And I'm sorry. It's once you let these people get away with it, you're insulting them. And the fucking liberals would like us all to believe that fucking we're nothing but hateful of every black person alive. No, we're hateful of white and black people who act and behave like irresponsible animals that don't take responsibility for what they say and do. That's all.
Have you seen some of the videos coming out of